Hello guys, this is Anshuman Rao and welcome back to another video. So in this video I will be explaining to you how I trade, what is my strategy, and whatever tools I use, what I trade, what is my watch list, and all the stuff. All I'm gonna explain you in this video. And basically I will be focusing more on the strategy part because most most of the people who have been commenting on my videos are requesting for my strategy, that Anshuman, how do you trade, and what is your strategy, what do you see when you before executing an order, what do you see, what are all the aspects, what are the tick boxes you see, and all those kinds of stuff. So without wasting any time, we will be jumping into our video. So as you can see here, that this is my whole complete watch list, and this watch list includes the SPX index, the Euro USD, the three forex pair charts. I only trade three particular forex pair charts which have the biggest market capitalization and which are highly liquid and highly volatile, and these are the only three forex pairs which I trade, which is one of them is Euro USD, second is GBP USD, and third is USD JPY, and the fourth is BTC and ETH. I usually don't trade crypto. I only hold them, I buy them, I only invest in them. And fourth thing the fourth category is commodity. So in commodities, as you can see, we have gold and silver, basically the most important commodities. I used to trade copper, but now I don't trade copper because I saw that copper doesn't have much volatility as much as I need in my strategies to play out things very well. So gold is one of the things I trade the most, and Euro USD is one of the things I trade the most. And sometimes the third priority list is USD JPY. So these are the watch lists. These are the instruments that I trade the most, and the different types of markets I trade in is the forex, the indices, the US indices, and the most important market that I am currently focusing on right now is the commodities market, especially gold and silver, because they are the most volatile right now due to war and stuff. So for analyzing the charts, for analyzing the market, I use basically the TradingView platform. I used to have the premium version of TradingView to analyze the order flow, the DOM, the footprint charts, but you don't need them when you trade forex or commodities. You only need them because you only need the DOM footprints and the stuff like that. You only need them while you trade futures, the futures contracts of, there are certain kinds of futures contracts like ES, NQ, and SPX. Not the SPX, but the E-mini futures. Especially if you are trading those stuff, you then only you can access the order flow or footprint charts, because they are something which are, those things are centralized, and the data of footprint are actually legit in those financial instruments. But while trading gold or forex, the things are not centralized. That's why the data of footprint and all those kinds of stuff are, basically they are brokers data, which are, different in different brokers. Like especially if you see in, for example, if you see the Euro USD chart, where is, yes, if you see the Euro USD chart, as you can see, the Euro USD, if you can see on the topmost left corner, you can see Euro USD FXCM. So FXCM is a broker. If you have a TradingView premium, you can access the order flow and the footprint charts of Euro USD, but the data will be from this FXCM broker. And the forex broker, there are many forex brokers like XM or XNES stuff. people trading in those brokers, the data of footprints and the order flow will be displayed by those same brokers in their particular stuff, in their particular chart especially. And the forex is not centralized, so the data is also not completely legit. Different data for different brokers, and I will be explaining you all these kinds of stuff in another video, but for this video I will be explaining you my strategy, because I'm going a little bit off the topic, so I apologize for that. So without wasting any time, let's start. And for analyzing, I use TradingView, and for order execution I use the MetaTrader, and mostly I trade prop firms, not my personal account, not my personal trading account. I usually avoid trading my personal account, because I trade with restrictions. With restrictions I trade very much better. So in your personal account, basically there are no restrictions, that way you trade however you want, so that's not healthy for your account. So basically I trade only with restrictions, only with the prop firm. So let's jump into the strategy. So in the strategy, basically my strategy is a simple day trading strategy, and let me explain it to you. That in the 4 hour time frame, first I see the 4 hour time frame, and in the 4 hour time frame, as you can see, first I analyze the trend. So here the trend is bullish, but after a certain time, as you can see, it's still breaking the trend and it is turning into bearish. We are just analyzing the Euro USD chart to actually give it a reference. As a reference we are just analyzing the Euro USD chart. So the trend was bullish, but still then it is still breaking the trend and it is turning into bearish. So if you see, the short term trend is bearish, but if you jump into a more higher time frame, then as you can see, it's turning, it's pretty, in a day chart, in a 1 day chart, as you can see, it's still turning bearish. So yeah, the bearish candles are huge, so there are probabilities that most of the trades we will be placing are the bearish trades, the bearish momentum trades. So if we jump into the 1 hour time frame, you will see in the 1 hour time frame that there is a strong support over here. Let me mark the support for you. This is the support that we are looking for. So why I drew this support? This support is something very, very important. If you see, basically I use this indicator, which is the fixed range volume profile. If you see this, till here, from the high to here, to this low, you will see that most of the trading activity happened, which is the point of control. This yellow line is the point of control. So this yellow line states that most of the trading activity within this range, starting the range, as you can see, the range started from this, and within this to this, within this to this. So in this particular range, the most of the trading activity is the point of control, the POC, basically what we call it as in a shorter form. The yellow color line is the point of control, and this is where the most of the trading activity has happened. So I used, let's clear these things up. So I use this resistance as a reference for the price. If this price breaks this resistance, this white color box, then as you can see, there is a clean range on the left hand side. Let me mark this also for you. there is this clean range on the left hand side in the 1 hour time frame, and basically my criteria for this trade will be the, if this price breaks this support and gives a candle closing below this support, I will be placing my bearish trade in order to, you know anticipate to cover this clean range over here, which is present on the left hand side, which is, which I marked here over here in the green circle. So I will be anticipating to cover this clean range, but I usually don't cover this I usually don't anticipate to cover the whole move. I just need some pips, and that's it. And in the bigger time frame, what all I did was, let me note down it for you in the notes section. What I all did was, first I did is, in the bigger time frame, I looked for the trend, current trend. In the second, I jumped into the smaller time frame, and marked the support, or in some cases the resistances. If you are, if you want to take a buy side trade, then you have to mark the resistance, and you have to basically wait for the candle to break and close above the resistance. So resistance. And third is just to see whether there is clean range or not. If there is not a clean range, then there will be, supports and resistances on the left hand side, which the market will, there are high probabilities the market for to respect those support and resistances, like we'll see here. As you can see, if you can see this green box over here, this whole is a clean range. Why the clean range is, within this box? It can be, the clean range can be this whole, but I didn't mark this whole as a clean range, because there is, as you can see, there is another support over here, which is this. This is another support, as you can see, this, which I'm marking right now. So this support comes between this whole clean range, which breaks this clean range into two halves, which is this. First half is the green color, which I marked here. Let me mark this green as yellow. So this is first half of the clean range, and the second half will be this clean range over here. So we will be, the markets are trying to tell us that if this support breaks, and if we get a candle closing below this support, there are high probabilities for the price to cover this clean range over here, which is on the left hand side, which I marked as yellow. And as you can see, this is one of the supports. There are probabilities for the price, there are higher probabilities for the price to bounce back from this support, or if the trend is too strong, the price is too strong to fall down, if it gives another candle closing below this support, then there are high probabilities for the price to cover this clean range over here also, this, which I marked in yellow, and all the way till this support. This is another support. So this was all the strategy, basically simple and very very simple. As you can see, the yellows are the clean ranges and the whole green part is the clean range, which is divided in two parts, and the two parts of the clean ranges is divided by one support, and the whole move has one support. And I also stated all the criterias, all the tick boxes which are needed for this strategy, and this is the simple strategy which I follow. Basically the complete strategy is based on the price action, and news also impact my strategy very very much. I literally track news all the time, and let me show you which platforms I use, which are the platforms that I use. One of the platforms is Financial Juice, from where I read the news articles. And if these are just the sources, and if you just click on the article, they will be redirecting you into the website, and it will be showing you all the complete article A to Z. So this is one of the article. So basically it will be redirecting you to websites. So yes, this like this. So you can read these articles and prepare yourself for the trading days. And most effective is the Forex Factory. So in the Forex Factory, what I do is I filter all the news, all the unwanted news and the wanted news. So basically I monitor only four currencies: Euro, GBP and GBP, JPY and USD, and all those kinds of stuff, all event types. I need all the event types, and the expected impact I selected to the red and the gray. The gray basically denotes the holidays, the bank holidays, and the red denotes the huge impact newses. So the huge impact newses are very much important thing, and these are the newses which you have to stress upon. And these are the news. The red news are the newses which moves the market very 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 volatile. And the gray, basically the gray one is the basic green thing, is basically denotes the holidays. It's just to denote when you shouldn't trade, because during those holidays there is very less volume, very less liquidity, so trading in those days are pointless. So these are the news. As you can see, in Monday we have ISM manufacturing PMI news on the USD. Basically USD means the impact will be on XAU USD and the forex pairs which include USD. For example, USD JPY, Euro USD, and etc etc. I for now I only gave you this two forex pairs as an example, because I trade those forex pairs, and if the news is in USD, then most probably I focus on the gold, Euro USD, and GBP USD, and Euro USD, and USD JPY, sorry. So these are the things that I focus on mainly, and this is a complete strategy playbook which includes only three simple points, which is, in the bigger time frame I look for the latest current trend on the ongoing trend. Then on the second step I jump into the smaller time frame and mark the support and the resistances. In the third step, what I do is to see whether there is a clean range or not. If there is a clean range, I anticipate to capture some pips within those clean ranges. And if there is not a clean range, then I just leave the market to do its thing. I don't trade, I don't overtrade, I don't revenge trade. I don't trade according to against my strategy. So this was all the video. I explained you pretty much all of my strategy, and there is nothing to explain more. This was all my strategy, and my trade breakdowns are dependent upon this strategy itself. And yeah, this was a simple and very very sweet strategy, and I have been managed to get funded 16 to 17 times using this strategy itself. You can use it for yourself, it's your wish. Different people have different strategies, so if you can mimic my strategy, you are most welcome. But if you have different strategies of your own, then I would suggest you to stick on that strategy and don't monkey branch from strategy to strategy. If you, whatever you see on YouTube is the traders, respective traders, you know, particular strategies which have they have been playing out from years and years. And after perfecting a strategy takes time. So if you are sticked on a strategy, please stick to it and don't change it until and unless you fail multiple times and you give up on the strategy. So I would suggest you to stick to a strategy until and unless it stops working. And if you think it's not working anymore,